This is how to drive traffic fast by tapping into your target audience's pain points and then providing useful resources that help them to solve their problems. Welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is Mick Meaney, and today you will learn a quick and stealthy way to drive traffic by leveraging the power of popular questions and answer websites. And this one, no, it's not Quora. So today, the strategy works like this. These audiences have burning questions, problems that they are desperate to get help with. So what happens? You come along and you step in front of them with the solution. Now, these questions and answers websites have always been a proven way to drive traffic, and that's because strong marketing strategies don't rely on any loopholes, trends, or fads. Strong marketing strategies last for years and they generate consistent results for years. However, one of the biggest questions and answers websites, Yahoo Answers, has recently shut down after around 15 years of service. So as a result of that, I predict there will be a flood of fresh traffic rushing out to its competitors, and with that comes a new opportunity for you. And listen, so you don't miss out on any of my marketing strategies, remember to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. So we're going to use this website. It's called Flurther.com. Don't go there just yet. You have to watch this entire tutorial because there's actually a really specific way that I want you to use this, and it involves using an extra tool. So let's just get familiar with this site before we get complicated, one step at a time. So it's a questions and answers website. It works in a very similar way to Yahoo Answers and Quora. So if we have a look at the front page, we can see that people are asking questions. It's fairly active, but let's take a look at the traffic level. It's currently got, heading towards 250,000 visits a month, and it seems to be increasing over time. Now, I predict that this is going to increase in popularity, and that's why I'm recommending it for you today. As the fallout from Yahoo Answers begins to ripple around the internet, you should be in a pretty good position to capitalize on all that traffic. And check this out, 60% of the traffic comes from the United States, 4% from UK, then followed by Canada, Brazil, Australia. That is pretty profitable traffic. So if you're monetizing by AdSense, then you're probably going to be in a pretty good position to increase your CPM. Let's take a look at the traffic sources. So 76% from search engines. So that means not only will you get traffic directly from this website, but you will also be able to capitalize on that search traffic as these questions are indexed. So let's dive in. So you can create an account for free. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, there's a couple of ways to use this, but before you do anything, before you publish a single piece of content on here, you have to read the guidelines first. Familiarize yourself with them so it keeps you in good standing with the community and the admins. The last thing I want you to do is do something that's going to result in your account being banned. So if you're happy to go ahead, the best way to use this, I've got a few options. So here we have some tabs: general, social, just for you, and meta. Click on just for you. Now, what this is going to do is kind of personalize the experience. And we do this because when questions come up that we are able to answer, then we want to be first in line for that, don't we? So to get these recommendations, it gives you a few suggestions here, and if we refresh the page, they should change again. You might strike it lucky and get something relevant. However, we're not going to rely on that, so we are going to search for topics. So we have this search bar up here. We also have this link to a search bar there. So we can search for that as a seed keyword, or we can put this in front of it and now search for users. Let's just leave it as default. And let's click search. So if we click on that, we can follow this interest. So now we should be able to get more questions about gardening. Okay, so let's find some relevant questions that we can answer. We have this filter. This is very important. This is going to get you the best results. So we have everything, active, or orphans. If you want to be first in line to answer questions that nobody else has answered, click on orphans. What it's going to do is give you an enormous level of opportunity. So for example, this question here has not been answered, no responses. Someone is waiting for this to be answered. They're waiting for someone like you to come along and provide value. So check that out. as your first port of call. Maybe you'll be able to step in front of people who need your help there. If not, go to general and go back to everything so you get the latest questions. So you should be able to find something that is relevant to your niche. What I want you to do for absolute best results is give it a very thoughtful, very specific answer, just like you would with Quora or Yahoo Answers. So the worst thing that we can do is just give a link without any reason for someone to click it, without any additional help. Because if we have a look at what other people are doing, just very quickly, someone has posted a question here. If we scroll through the answers, we'll see that this person has provided a useful answer. It's just a paragraph, and then they've linked to either their website or someone else's website there. So the point is, you can absolutely add links. Now, to add links, it spells out in black and white right here. So if we were to take this as an example, copy that, paste it in there, it's going to generate this preview section. So if we want to change the URL, then I could add that. And now this link, and they also provide a full list of formatting options for you. So if you want your answer to really stand out, consider including a few of these as well. So for example, you might want to add emphasis or make something bold or add quotes. So that's one way to drive traffic. Let me show you another way. But hold up, before we take the next step, let me tell you about Matt. He used my traffic methods to make over $2 million. So if you want to know the secret and you are serious about building a profitable internet business, head over to profitcopilot.com/traffic and get that free training course. I'll also put a link in the description. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. I know what you're likely to do. You're likely to go to the search bar and you're going to type in a seed keyword, and then you're going to go directly to questions about that topic and then do your best to answer them. I know that's what you're likely to do. However, what I don't want you to do is waste your time. I want you to get the most possible traffic, because if we go back to SimilarWeb, remember we saw all this traffic, 76% of the traffic coming to this website comes from search engines. Well, I want you to capitalize on that, and you're not going to be able to do it if you just go through this list and answer all these questions. We need a strategy, because how do you know which answers to really spend your time on? So for example, this one, tell me everything you know about pineapple. That's had 21 responses. But if we scroll down here, this one, have you grown yams, has got 4 responses. Now we don't really know which one of these is getting the most search traffic. We can tell what the level of engagement is amongst the community, but listen, we need more traffic than what this community has to offer. We want that search traffic as well. So I will show you how to find that information. Let's head over to a website called SpyFu. This is free to use. They have a premium option as well. So on the landing page, type in flurther.com into this bar, then we go search. What it's going to do is bring back a lot of data about this domain name. So it's going to show us how many organic keywords it's currently receiving traffic for, estimated monthly SEO clicks, and then an indication of how things have changed over time. So lots of useful data for us here, but what we're really interested in is the top pages. So here we have this nav bar. What I want you to do now is go to SEO Research, go down to top pages, and now we have a list of the best performing pages in the search engines. So for example, well, we can see that this piece of content, this question, has got 432 clicks a month. So if we take a look at that piece of content, you might be able to answer this, you might not be able to. The point is, we know that this is a high traffic page in comparison to the rest of the site. So we might want to pay attention to that. However, chances are it might not be relevant to your niche. So if there are no questions here relevant to your niche, we can add a filter keyword. But the point is, we know which pages rank high in Google. So now we know we can get traffic from those too. And now if you want to drive even more traffic, get that free training course I mentioned. And also check this out. This is a little known social media network that has over 11 million users, and it invites you to share your content for free. Thanks for watching. Take care.